voices calling for the final fight. We will answer with victory. Yeah. Long have we fought for these lands. In the shadows and the stories of the promised land. Now to take our place beyond.
Hello and welcome to week 4 of the Blue Water Premier League. I am Box Kimchi. This is Rue. It's flipped on me. I have to get used to this. This is a different Loki has sabotaged us. I don't really care that much, but I'm going to make it a big deal. Today's streamed match, singular, unfortunately, as Elysium Dorado has been rescheduled to right now, actually, off stream. We have the 3-0 Spire up against the 2-1 Conduit, and we are already into the Game 1 draft.
Yes, we are indeed. Mid having a pretty heavy focus, and even throughout all of these nerfs, you know who's still getting banned?
Rework,
Still getting banned as Mel.
nerf, buff, actually, I think recently. I don't know, small buff, mostly nerfs.
Yeah, I was looking through the changelog recently. It was not good.
I hate this champion. I think everyone hates this champion right now. For good reason. It's very annoying to get everything reflected. For no real reason. And then just get
Did you know her win
boomed.
rate's down at 45%?
Oh yeah, they giga nerfed her. She's so strong in organized play though, because it's like, oh yeah, having a deletion button to clean up any fight you want and just get rid of one person, perfect.
Not being allowed in game one, of course. And Spire instead going to head towards Xin Zhao to start things off here. Important to point out, this is not Telephobia Xin Zhao for the Spire. This is a Witch at Black Mass.
Oh, Witch at
Xin
Black
Zhao?
Mass, owner, coach, former, I believe, starting jungler last season, or at least backup jungler last season, because I do remember casting them before as it's everyone's favorite top laner, Varus, locked in R1 for Conduit.
Yeah, I mean, gaining a lot more options as a
Again.
flex recently.
Again, after they nerfed his top lane, the Shy introduced us to this monstrosity. Riot responded in kind, and he's back anyways.
Yeah, very persistent. And Dusk and Dawn, of course, aiding and abetting in that one. Going to go towards Jarvan next there for Conduit. Solid into the Xin Zhao, but maybe a little bit risky when you don't really see the carries. I feel like you can mitigate Jarvan pretty effectively if you have the champ pool to get around it. Things like Ezreal and bot lane, very strong now for Jay Feather if he has that in his back pocket. And then mid lane, the more mobility you have, the better into this Jarvan now. Had to see how Spire what to pick into things. I wouldn't be shocked if they just went full 2-3 in bot side here. Get your Enchanter, get whatever you want. The Felios, that needs to be towards Thresh more so here, which isn't great for the Xin Zhao.
And you guessed it, one of the two pairings Aphel still has remaining after his gutting, I guess. I don't know. He's kind of back now. They gave him some of his power back, but clearly Riot have not forgiven him for his sins of dominating pro play for like 3 years.
It was a bit much.
Well, that was more of Yumi and Zeri's fault, and kind of the weird Ashe Varus meta that came out of that than Aphelios' fault, but we'll go with it.
Sure.
Oh.
Yeah. Doing okay now. It made it through the first rotation of bans. It makes sense. Rumble. Just let all the way through there. Conduit happy to pick it up. They can also protect it as well with now some tank bans potentially if they want to go that direction, or they could look to reinforce more so here on the bot side. You don't need to. Towards mid maybe. You can...
Annie,
sure.
Good ban. I like that.
Yeah, I'm not personally a fan of the Annie Xin Zhao pairing. I don't think it has quite enough punch to it, but
it's just
Annie's
kind
a
of
champ at
good.
Wrangler.
Yeah.
So.
This team really needs lockdown in AP. What does Annie do? Push R. That's really it. She is a walking stun bot even when behind. I mean, you're not really worried about like a Victor lock-in. Your team's pretty safe from the scary laser arcane man. Maybe Ori to go with
what
the
about
Xin
different
Zhao?
laser arcane man? More like void-y arcane type thing. Malzahar? That's something that Rang really does like to play.
Oh my god, if we get a Malzahar, it would actually not be... I don't think it would be that good. They will get rid of the Victor, actually. Okay, they do not like the Arcane Man. I feel like that should have probably been an Ori, given you have Thresh Xin on the other side. And just kind of flying into the... Unless they're going to take it. If they take it, I would be surprised, because they really only have Jarvan? I don't know.
Yeah, interested to see how they go around this one. Gonna ban away the bird at any rate, so gets rid of that kind of R5 Anivia if the Spire ends up taking a rise. That type of
I
angle.
don't
Of course,
get the Anivia, man. Not a big fan of it.
Anivia rising a lot recently, so...
She is rising, but how much of that is like actually justified prio, and how much of it is just, I saw this champion.
A lot of it's Chovy.
Yeah, I was like, how much of this is I've seen the best players in the world played, and I think I can play? And it's like, you're not Chovy, you're not On, you're not Caps. Do not pick this champion, please.
Yeah, I think a very large proportion of it is Chovy is Conduit. Taking the Maokai here, I mean, that's just straight into support Maokai. Into the Thresh, okay.
Kind of can work. You could technically dodge his hook, or you could tank his hook and then use it to bring him in. I guess they're really playing hard for this Rumble right now, it seems like. Jarvan, Maokai, they want this Rumble to have really good ult setup. And I guess you have good protection from the Thresh into the Varus matchup. Is Hui going to be locked in? There's there's minimal CC on the side of the Spire still. This is a kind of an issue.
Yeah, I mean, it's very situational CC at best, right? You talking
Thresh hook.
Thresh hooks, Hui, EQs, that type of thing. Casante's around things out as well. Not the most engaged friendly of top laners. Wouldn't be like I think an Ornn there, probably a better shout. Similar idea into the Rumble, but then you have the Ornn Horn, which is just kind of better. at this phase, but
They want
Xante
mid
chosen.
lane.
I'm surprised
get-
Spire have also gone double immobile into the Jarvan here. I think that might be something we come back to if
Yeah.
this Jarvan ends up running the game.
The flashes are going to be super important this game. If oh my god, the Conduit, yeah, if Conduit can get those down, it's going to be pretty easy pickings for Rumble Varus, and adding the Aryan. Yeah, there's not enough flashes, unfortunately, to get out of the cage and then dance away from an Ari and a Maokai chasing you down on the back end. So I don't love how they rounded out this draft. The first half was acceptable, but still
Yeah.
very immobile. They don't really have an engage. You're really hoping that your Xin can get in someone's face, or you're landing these crazy Thresh hooks or some very funny Cassante ulti. Otherwise, a fifth of the time, Aphelios has purple. That is technically an option.
Yeah. Is that the point where we got to? We're talking about Aphelios Gravitum chances.
Look, that's
the
about
lockdown.
as much engage as you're getting. They have no team-wide engage. Their actual team-wide engage is Aphelios Gravitum ulti, which is not a good sign.
Yeah, it's really not, and that's the thing. That's especially what we talked about before, right? That's why I think I personally would have favored the Ornn for the Spire there. I think it just makes more sense. If you really want to push the boat out, you can go something a little bit crazier. I don't know, like maybe a Zahen if you really feel it into the Rumble to try and just get in there, but it's again lacking the team-wide CC, right? There's nothing that quite matches up to what that Ornn can do unless you decide that Malphite into Rumble sounds like a good idea, and
No.
it's not. So don't
Maybe
do it.
Galio into the Rumble. That's kind of the other option
You could
here.
Gragas it if you don't want to go as tanky. You can kind of like mitigate and then
guess.
try and cask him. It's just nothing quite hits the same way as an Ornn. That
is true. Nothing really hits like an Ornhorn.
Nothing hits the same as the Ornn, and as such, the Cassante, it feels like almost has to find his way ahead in lane against this Rumble. And how often we talk about Cassante having to get ahead in lane against a Rumble?
How often is that actually happening?
I did see a Cassante get 4 solo kills over a Jace recently in the LCK, so anything's possible.
I mean, that is kind of what you're hoping for, because otherwise you're playing a pick comp into a team that is pretty much just going to be deathballing late game. Like, maybe you catch the Rumble on a side. That's kind of the only laner I can imagine being actually catchable, because I guess you could catch the Ahri, but Spirit Rush, you're not really going to lock them down with how little CC you have.
Yeah, this is going to be a difficult game, I think, for the Spire. Conduit with a very nice draft. They managed to get themselves very focused around this equalizer, but I think if there's anything you're going to set up for, it definitely can be this Rumble. The lane going to be neutral enough, but that means that he's just going to get to the point where he is strong enough, where the ultimate's going to do a whole lot of damage, and the Spire have very little mitigation and a very difficult time closing that distance as well. So I think Conduit put themselves in a good spot here for game 1.
Draft-wise, but who knows? We've seen draft diff does not mean game diff, unfortunately. Could be a hands diff. You give Aphelios over, you never know what's going to happen.
Very true. Very true. Aphelios in the hands of a lot of our ADCs here can be incredibly dangerous. Jay Feather, look and see if it's his day to really shine. The comp is basically for him, right? When we talk about the Spire here, it's not for the Zizal, it's not for the Xante, it's not for the Thresh. It is for these two. It is for these two, right? It is for the Aphelios, it is for the Hui, but you're playing double immobile into Jarvan. Good luck to you. I wish you the best, but feels like Spire in for a really real tough time here heading into game 1.
Are we into the draft? I have no clue if we have.
We've just got into client draft, my guy. We've just got into client draft, so please take us out.
Taking it hecka slow today. Jeez, guys. Okay, we finished like draft 2 minutes ago or whatever. So, yeah, you heard client draft just starting. We're going to have to throw it to a very short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with game 1 between Spire and Conduit very shortly. See you there. And it is time for the first game of the day as Conduit and the Spire going for very boring setups, guys. Throw hands, por favor.
I mean, so easy starting E. You got his first strike. Is that interesting enough for you?
That's
First strike
the most
rumble.
standard thing ever into Cassante. This is the typical matchup. If you lose first rank to Cassante, you suck at the game. I will put that down in writing, actually.
That is completely valid, but at least he has 12 gold. So, you know, there's that.
Let's have 12 gold. Loki, could we get scoreboard, please? I'm asking nicely. Thank you, Loki. Love you.
Right. Interesting start. Beyond all the other stuff.
There's
What is
something
this
interesting
doing here?
Well, knowing the Jarvan matchup consists of I'm gonna sit here and you're gonna watch me do your camps if you want to, because if you try to 1v1 me at level 1, I beat you into oblivion.
There's no way this
Now-
wasn't on vision, right? There's wood in the banana brush.
I don't think they saw him walk in.
Did he go through
Well,
tri-brush?
We'll see if they know, because if Nation goes for a vert, then we know. But we're not seeing any pings go down, so this might actually be a completely blind invade right now, actually.
It feels like I must have gone through tri-brush to get that done. As it's gonna be the jump crossing
Yeah.
across. He's going
Yeah,
across.
no.
He's gonna find out his camp isn't there.
Nation's crossing, so it's going to be Nation getting spotted out here in a second by Witch, and Witch just getting away with actual robbery.
Yeah,
It's fitting, because it's a camp steal.
it's a complete camp steal, but
Oh,
it looks
level
like they
3
can
gank.
skank.
As
He's
there's the
late.
jump in, Mollywop's not going to get the hook, but will get the double flashes out of the bot lane instead. What is Nation's response going to be? It is going to try and go for a level 3. Vrang has run himself out
Vrang,
of
what do we
mana.
hit?
As Derizen's going in, Charm connects. They kind of loop this the wrong way. Is Vrang going to be able to get the flash
Oh.
away from the flag and drag, but Derizen flashing over the wall and run into the wrong side of the jungle. Has the lantern.
Red buff.
I think Molly has the lantern though. No, it's going to just be a hook into the shield.
No.
There's so much going on. There's the flash coming through with the standard coming down. Concrete with the 2-man bramble smash, but Nation's gonna trade. Took a little too long to get that kill. It's a 1-for-1, and Witch is just gonna be very happy with this. Gets the scuttle crab. We'll have plenty of time to grab the red side camps on top of it. Bad times for Nation. No, we're just going for a gank. We're just gonna throw hands more. The wave is
No
pushed
flashes.
in. No flashes. This could be huge if Molly just hits one, and that's
Oh,
all it's gonna
beautiful.
take. Picture perfect. Concrete not gonna have nearly enough damage. They have to burn the flash on Witch at least for the 3-point. And Concrete! They waited a little too long. They were trying to donate the kill. Look at the size of the wave. It's a triple stack with a cannon. And the hunt continues.
Look at
The blind
this.
doesn't happen. Chrome is going to be able to pick up one. Mollywomps has to take the kill into Concrete. They spent so much time trying to donate that to Jay that they're actually going to lose a 1-for-1, and all the tempo is gone. As you can see, Nation stealing the blue side.
And it's also huge for Nation as well because his camps are going to respawn so much faster, right? Both junglers starting on his side. This is absolutely huge for the Jarvan right now.
Oh, wait, the red side camps aren't even going to level up. They're going to be worth so little gold. This is awful.
Which Black, he's looking to try and counter it. He's turning up to his blue buff. He's going to find that that's still there, but I don't even know if he's seen the walls. He's going straight to the crab?
No, he's just going to go for the double. The double here. They didn't see each other. Nation actually
Ships in the
pulled the
night.
Gromp in such
Concrete's
a way.
there, though.
Now they know. So they saw him on this. They should be able to get the blue as it is a smite burned by Witch.
Nation's on vision now.
As this should just be an auto and smite. They know that Witch
Ooh.
doesn't have it likely, and now no flash available for the Xin Zhao. They got to cut him off at the point. Pineapple does teleport back to the lane, so they will not be able to go for a crazy tri-brush attack.
If Nas can get this full clear off, he actually just wins the game on the spot.
You can see the
just needs to get
it's
the
only
full
a one
clear.
camp lead. Yeah, it's only a 1-camp lead, but just needs to cover these respawning
Next
camps.
is going to be huge. He's going to be like close to level 6, like 1 camp away, compared to the Xin Zhao, who's going to be like stuck barely even level 5. If that.
See, ooh, Molly looking for a play. They get the claw, but can they, or the maw really? Can they get anything else? There isn't going to hit a charm. Nation's here to cover, and the play will just
He needs to get this full clear
dissolve.
off. He's getting invaded again.
Yeah, they pulled Nation again, actually. Very well done there by Molly and Vrang to maybe get Witch back into this game a little bit. He's going for the Gromp, but they know something's up. They're
Uh-oh.
calling for it already. You can see the
Doesn't
jump
pop
coming
there.
in. There's no flashes anywhere on this team, which is getting absolutely jumped in. Nation gets the kill on that one. And this should definitely secure the big level and gold advantage for Nation in this early jungle matchup, as the top laners are doing top lane things.
Yeah, they have been hitting each other sometimes, I'm sure.
And the wave.
So
Ooh,
easy.
they've-
Yeah.
Small lead for So Easy, which is what we expected. Not much else going on, surprisingly. The jungle and support very busy. Hook not going to connect. Ooh, Gravitum just a little late on that.
Yeah, close. Death sentence. Easier sometimes when you have the purple god of Felios, so just wait. Guarantee that death sentence. Molly wants wanted to hit a little bit early there. Want to try and get the damage while it was there to be got. As such, goes a little bit wide. Now, what's happened in the jungle, this Drake should likely be going over to Conduit, is what you would expect. Nassian needs probably just one more camp if he can get back to his red, his blues respawning, any of the above. Get to level 6, and suddenly the power that much more enhanced for whatever Nassian wants to be doing, and which just can't compete at all with that. Can still look for ganks. Don't need level 6 to be ganking anywhere near as effectively on the Zinzal, but it just feels like everything he's doing right now is so far behind.
Okay, he's gonna get the
He's
grab.
barely level 5 though.
Is bare level 5. They don't know where Nation is, but they could assume he's going for topside play. They did see him at least get this ward cleared in the bot
He's
river.
base.
Yeah. Once has an item, I assume. Tunneler into the
He
call
can't
field.
have.
And which didn't didn't reset those Krugs though, but wants it on the similar timer.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I feel like he could have taken one more camp, got to level 6, and then
Could've.
taken a very similar base. Could have maybe even farmed all the way to Sunder Sky, because he's like 700 gold away from it.
I
With
guess
all his
didn't
camps respawning,
want-
could have just stuck it out.
Didn't want to desync Gromp and Raptors, I assume, at this phase of the game, which is a choice.
It wouldn't be too far off anyway. And all he's doing is just delaying.
Oh, Concrete going for an early aggressive play here. There's no ultis on the side.
Focus a 6.
Jay is red-white with the 6. No stats available, really. Only has the Cull. And Nation's answering this play.
Counter
Chrome already forced a barrier, but there's the Cataclysm coming through. Nation's going to pick up a third, actually, for himself there. And Molly just doing some alcove gaming. The chains absolutely go wide by a mile, but there will not be a revenge kill this time. Chrome secures the kill onto Mollywops. This should be Dragon, and a pretty hefty lead for real this time on the side of Conduit.
Which Black Mask can go for a cross map if he wants to. He assumes that the Jarvan played his top camps, which is unfortunately just a false assumption. He's going to get the grubs at the very least to trade out this Drake, but he could really get himself back into the game right now if he managed to read what this Jarvan had done on the top side. Instead, only trading objective for objective is not enough to get Zinzao back into things, especially now Nassian has that third kill to his name. Should be able to take that base and get the Sun to Sky in his inventory. There it is.
Is going to check the Raptors. Is a pretty safe bet, knowing that Nation probably based, and you have your mid lane
That's not top
pushing
pro.
her.
It's
But
dangerous.
Derizen did just successfully push the wave out, or not successfully push the wave out, but did buy a little bit of time to dissuade the steal away. So we'll continue to have this jungle advantage on the side of Conduit.
Yeah, this is huge. It just keeps on growing as well, right? Now, the Zinzal takes a base, gets a tunneler, right? We're talking about like a 900 gold lead in the jungle.
Oh.
Nassian already with first item can look to do whatever he
No
wants.
way. They get the time. Wait, the charm
Oh.
doesn't connect.
Oh.
Nation's going to drop here.
Oh no.
Big shutdown to Vrang and Concrete. The Bramble Smash. Good flash back in. Everyone knows this tech. You just wait for the Maokai to W onto you, flash under your tower, and he's going to Bramble Smash you further into the tower, actually, and it's going to cost them that play. And a big chunk of change on that shutdown, too.
Yeah, I mean, that's a
Oh,
huge
he will
swing
not
back.
yield. Hold on. Pineapple will not yield so easy. Flash is really late, as there's the connect coming through barely with the Intofo strikes, and the equalizer just a little too late. Pineapple solo bolo in usually a matchup you're not supposed to be able to solo bolo in.
It's Cassante, you can always solo bolo, and
That's true.
Apple does precisely what he needed to, right? We were talking about this before. When we were talking during draft, like this is almost a team comp where the Spire need Pineapple to get a solo kill. Does precisely that.
Somehow.
So easy now, put way further behind that wave, completely crashing. Does have TP, but he's late to get that wave. He's going to turn up just in time to see his minions smashing back once more in the middle of the rift. Now Pineapple has a full Kainic Rooken compared to this
Ooh.
absolute mishmash of components that So Easy has to play with. Not even close right now. Pineapple's in an amazing state in top, and he absolutely had to be for this game to work out for the Spire.
He really wanted to rush those boots. I don't love that call, actually, into the Cassante of all things. Like,
Yeah.
12%. I mean, the armor is okay. Obviously, like, armor move speed's cool, but, like, 12% auto attack damage blocked on Cassante. Not
I'd
that
almost rather
valuable.
the Sork shoes.
I'd rather you have taken Sorks or just sat on base boots and finish your... Especially because you know it's a Kainic Rooker rush. As, ooh, little Chain of Corruption into the Nature's Grasp coming out. Mollywops is going to survive a little bit longer. We'll be able to get the Conduit back up. Force the flash, the barrier out of Chrome. Huge play from the Thresh. Giant survive. And this is slowly getting back in favor of the Spire. Is the Charm not going to connect? Nice dodge away from the Q. Ooh, Bewitch in too deep. Nation going to be able to stick on him like white on rice. We'll be able... Oh, and the Dark Passage is huge. And Nation might be going in a little too deep. That's actually a lot of damage. That is exposed. There's the Cataclysm into the jump from Concrete, and Chrome alone 3-0-1 now. Perfect response from Nation on a really good bot response initially as well.
Yeah, it looked fine for the Spire until Derison is the one pushing the way out lane. Looks to go roam down. Does not matter at all. Now they can just look to repeat on bot.
Should be super easy. Double flag and drag. They might get Concrete down in response, but it is a double kill going to Chrome alone. 5-0-1, and the kill goes to Mollywops, of all people. So it's rush on the locket, but that's really it in favor of the Spire.
An incredibly worthy sacrifice. Conduit right now putting on a bit of a clinic, especially through this bot side right now. Chrome alone, 6 KP, 0 deaths, 5 of them. He has got the kill as well. This Varus is in an amazing place, currently basing with 2.7k in his bank account, just for reference.
Baby. That is a good amount of money. Instant Yomu's finish, and we're going to start seeing this Muramana get built up. Probably is going to be a Manamune before, honestly. I don't think he's going to finish the tier before he finishes the item at this pace.
He's like 1,000 gold away from finishing the item.
Yeah, he's not going to be halfway. He'll be halfway done, but like, holy cow. Very accelerated on this Varus. Lethal Varus got nerfed, but it is still very capable of taking over games where there's no insane double tank comp. As Spiraling Despair into the Smite will do a lot, but not going to do much besides get a reset out. Maybe if he hits a second one, no Severing Bolt, reconnect. So it will just be a pretty cool combo instead of a kill.
Yeah, but he has Safety's controlled as well. It means he can play a lot more aggressive up towards mid. Without Flash, it's so difficult to play when you don't have that controlled, at least on one side. Yeah, this doesn't work for Nasian, unfortunately. Vrang wins that trade.
You need to hit the flag and drag to even have a chance at winning that trade.
Yeah, I mean, he has Cataclysm as well. Potential, certainly there.
I mean, yeah, could have buffered through the... If he buffered through the fear, it would have been cool, but also you want to save Cataclysm, obviously, with Drake up on the map. But it's already been taken, actually, by Witch, and there's not really any urgency at the moment. They're gonna make it over eventually once Vrang gets his wave pushed in, and Dorizen's gonna answer.
Mana.
And just no call.
He moved the control.
Whoa, Dorizen just going hyper aggressive here, seeing Vrang with no mana. The Nature's Grasp going to connect. The teleport now in as the Cataclysm onto the Zin. Does nothing for the Crescent Guard. It's a double kill for the Ahri, for quotation marks Faker's Ahri. Nice charm, but that is a big shield from the teleport coming through on Pineapple. But it will be a 2-for-0 in exchange for the Dragon, so slow Drake stacking in exchange for money.
I'll take the money at this phase, honestly. I think Drake stacking would have been nice, especially now that you know that the Soulless Hex deck, but as you don't know when it's going to happen. I feel maybe could have been a little bit faster to act. Maybe could have got down there and looked for the contest, but even as things ended up, it's absolutely fine as Nasian. Nice angle for the flag and drag. Okay, that's style points.
Should have just blast cone.
Yeah, but whatever. Blast cone doesn't give you style points.
It doesn't. It is Nation. Yeah, sorry. Nation.
Sorry.
It is a... That was actually... I like that strategy as well. Like, it looked cool, obviously, but it was just good pathing to make sure the Pathmaker didn't cancel, and if he got a Q3, just waiting it out to make sure you get your flag and drag off, because movement priority in this game is pretty funky at times.
Yeah, a nice avoidance anyways. Is so easy. He's gonna overheat. I feel like we haven't said his name all too much this time.
Yeah, well, Rumble Casantes.
The solo really neutralized it, right? But earlier on, he's like 10 CS up, starting to build a little bit of a lead, kind of as you expect. Now, up against Koenig Rucken, got solo killed. What does he do at this point? He's just kind of exists in the top lane. He's getting his first strike. He's built a... You'd expect a bit of a lead. Actually, apparently not. That solo kill and the plate that came alongside it is enough to keep Pineapple in the lead right now.
Really should have built... Should not have built these boots, dude. So easy. You really should have just finished your freaking Leandries. You see how little damage So Easy is doing right now into just
He has to be so careful as a result. Like, Pineapple just wants to walk up to these trades because he knows that he can, because we're going to get back onto mid.
The play worked out, but I don't think that's what was supposed to happen. Nation went for what would have been pretty cool play with the EQ flash over the wall blind. Didn't get it. They get the kill, so who cares, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, he does exactly what he does there, right? But best case scenario, he makes it look insanely cool. And
he hits the flag and drag. Yeah, he hits the EQ flash. It looks cool. Would have been nice.
Yeah, it's like that would have been the cherry on the cake, right? That's not the necessary part of that. That's not a great overheat timer there for So Easy. Still able to avoid the worst of what Pineapple has to throw.
Just in time to get the W back up.
Yeah, I mean, from Nasty's point of view, that's a complete win-win, right? You've already got the mid lane flash, and now guaranteed to land that Cataclysm, and this is what we're talking about during draft as well, right? The Jarvan pick very early on, and then it's the Spire who have picked 2 immobile carries into this J4, and Nation got himself strong early through some odd pathing from both sides. Shenanigans is an amazing word for what we saw during an early game. He's now up just a clean level over Witch at Black Mass. Even though they're roughly even on CFs, his camps have just been like a tier higher, 1 reset higher the whole game through. So he's able to build that XP advantage since the start. And what do you do as J-Feather? Do you cleanse a Cataclysm? Doesn't feel like it.
I mean, it's tough. I also want to make it clear, Chrome has finished Manamune with like 100 mana to spare. Which is absolutely an absurd sentence. Because that's not normal. 16 CS down, full item ahead is a crazy situation.
Does have 5 kills though.
That is true, but still insane to say is, oh, they thought they found concrete. They did not. It is not a you're stuck in here with me situation. I'm stuck in here with you situation. You're stuck in here with me. Mollywop's not even going to hit the hook, not the charm. There's the charm connected. Chrome going to pick up number 6. They get the very whatever rumble kill in the top lane in exchange for a lot in the bot lane.
It's still a very good play for Conduit. Let's not get it twisted. They also get first brick now in bot, which it gives Chrome Alone yet more money. But like, it's so easy there. If we know that we're making a play on bot side, what do we have to do as top side? We have to play the weak side. We have to play the weak side. Where he's dying, where he's getting caught, is just too far forwards, right? You know that the rest of your team is looking for a play down towards bot because that's where they're overextended. That's where you can get the kills for your team. You have to play the wave, and if he just sits back, he can equalize a wave. Rumble is so good at playing weak side. He's so good at cheating tempo, and that's why he's still so annoying at the pro level. Even at this level here, that should have been a play that got mitigated as Nation is still going to get it with
We have 4 people there, and we're just going to let... Okay. Whatever. Drake is started. It's a Hextech Soul. Don't let Riot lie to you. It's not a Mountain Soul. As Chain of Corruption connects, so much damage going out into Mollywops already. We'll be able to survive with the Guardian. As there's the Crescent Guard coming in, they're going to find the kill into Chrome Alone. Big shutdown onto a potential carry, but Nation's already so low, and he's gone. Shutdown going over to the Aphelios now. Spiraling Despair for So Easy. Has no equalizer, and it's 5v5. It is 3-0 in favor of the Spire somehow. After everything that's happened, they're jumping in off the Pineapple. Hold on.
He does not take damage.
Not the guy you want to jump.
Stop pretend. No. The reason how is that Nation's Cataclysm had about 10 seconds of cooldown when he was going for the red buff, about 5 seconds when he died. So Easy as well, you pointed out during the fight, did not have his equalizer. That is how they are not able to win that fight, right? The Rumble's behind, so like equalizer matters maybe a little bit less. But Pineapple finds an amazing angle, completely isolates Chrome Alone, who is a lot of their gold lead, and obliterates him, wipes him off the face of the planet. He is not in the fight anymore. And then afterwards, Nation can't turn things around. He doesn't have the capacity to cover the snapping engage. That's a snapping gauge.
That was gorgeous right there. It's a 1-5 Aphelios, so what are you expecting? But that was kind of cool still. I'll give him
Still
that.
that cleanse. Don't throw his way straight afterwards.
No,
Don't do this to me.
Derizen, you just burned your flash. No ulti available. Derizen has handed over.
But look at what your jungler is. You're making your play top. You have to play weak side.
And you just got the 1v1 too, as Pineapple is not dying at the moment. Nation is really the one in danger. Finally, they're going to be able to turn it around, get a kill onto So Easy. And these cross maps have not been great since the Void Grubs one.
Yeah, well,
Conduit.
I mean, yeah, it's the lack of being able to play the weak side for their solo laners right now. It's slowing them down in terms of trying to snowball this game, right? They're going to lose out on mid as well as a result. They push everyone towards top to make this play. You know, if that's your choice, then absolutely fine. You get your top tier 1, a lot of plates on the top tier 2 in exchange for mid. You're able to get the Cassante as well. He's too far pushed up on his own weak side. A good punish on that. But you can't be losing how much you lose on bot. If this is a play where you trade top tier 1 for mid tier 1, and you also get some plates on top, then we can talk about it, right? It's an okay play. You get the kill on Cassante. You can make that work. You can't be losing your Ahri and the bot tier 1 in exchange, though. Because then that completely wipes out your cross map, and Spire end up getting another good trade when they're down in this much gold.
It's only a 3k gold lead, which is concerning.
And it was
So
more.
Yeah, So Easy has turned this into a positive 20 CS diff. But you look at the rest of the map, I mean, obviously Nation, big gold lead, or big CS lead that came from early camps, but now down 12 in mid, down 25 in bot lane, and that's the catch. Why is no one here? Why is Chrome pushing mid solo? And they're gonna just get caught by the Thresh and taken out, and another kill gifted to Jfeather.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great word to use for it. Absolutely gifted. Like, there's no other really way to quantify it. It's just
covering top lane.
It's walking up all by yourself. I mean, look where Nation is.
No.
Nation's clearing out his wolves. Like, if you're clearing out wolves, then we can't be pushing that far up on mid as a Varus by ourselves. And contrary to that, if the Varus wants to push that far up, then we need to give them some support. Whichever way around it is, like there is a mistake being made. It's just whose blame do we want to lay it on?
This is a bit of a delayed reaction from So Easy if they really wanted to make that play, but just wanted to waste time, I guess, to make them feel a little frustrated, make them sweat a little, because 2,500 gold lead from what probably, I didn't check before, was probably closer to like 4,000 or 5,000. Yeah, as the hook connects onto concrete. That's a nice equalizer though, but it's not hitting onto the Xin Zhao, so the damage is just not going through. Witch already finds one. Derizen going to be able to trade on the back end of the fight, as now jumping in. They need to get rid of Jfeather, and that's going to be it. Double kill for Derizen, as it's going to be one going over to Chrome alone. Do they want to keep this going? Molly is solo. Pi is down to a third. Wait, takes himself off of the dark passage. Needs to find this kill onto Derizen, but just doesn't have the damage. It is an unofficial triple kill for the Ahri. 8-1 now in this game, and well, they somehow pull the magic horseshoe out and find a miracle fight after just a series of poor plays. Okay, So Easy. I thought you were about to throw your own teammates reset.
It was close. That mini Krug was very close to getting the auto off. There is unlucky to be able to hit the base when he wanted to, but at any rate, I think that's more so what the fight should be looking like, right? When you're fighting as 5, when all your ultimates are available, a couple of key summoners as well. I mean, Concrete slightly caught out to start that fight off, but still able to get a lot of value out of his Nature's Grasp, able to survive for a long time, and really bought a lot of space as well for the rest of his team. Nation getting down and dirty, getting in there, and setting up very well for then Derizen, who's playing the perfect range for Ahri. An amazing pick to start things off. Rang didn't even have time to use Flash, just got completely caught out. And from that point on, the damage is just so in favor of this red side, right? As soon as the Hui goes, it's now the Aphelios, the only person who can do anything for the Spire. And as such, they're able to focus onto Jfeather and able to now establish this control once more around the 4th Drake of the game.
Alright, ulti's back up as there's the jump in onto Witch already, down to half HP. Equalizer not really hitting onto anyone at the moment. Cataclysm finds 4, but where is the follow-up? They need to
Harrison's
find the damage, as there's going to be 2 down in exchange for 1 on their side. They've already lost Nation. Pi needs to pull out the clutch here. Derizen going to play pretty safe, as Crow going to be able to pick up the Cassante. It is a 3-for-1. Vrang might be added to the list very shortly. Will be with the Spirit Rush. It is all but the ADC. It is going to be 2-2 in the Dragons, and no, they shouldn't Baron. They might be. They could greed. They're not going to. They're going to play smart. Good job, guys.
Yeah. It's close to being possible. It's like kind of close where it's like, do we want to do it? Or it's like, probably not worth it. Right? It's just a little bit too risky. No reason to throw the whole game over this one. Instead, you take the advantage, take your bases at the very least. Now that you've got 6,000 gold, make sure you spend it before you take another fight. It looks like there is trying to hang on. I'm not quite sure what for here. He's looking for Void Staff. He needs another like 600 or so. Though going Blighting Jewel and Neasy Large Roll at the same time doesn't feel great, especially when you don't even have the space in your inventory to get anything else. Like you can't go like another component towards Rabadons, another component towards Void Staff. You're just kind of stuck there for the next 2,000 gold. So a little bit awkward for the Ahri, but beyond that, everything else right now looking absolutely amazing for Conduit Esports. They look to keep pushing these advantages through the side lanes.
We said the team fights were going to look really good for them, and they've mostly proven that. They've had some iffy plays, though that was also around the Spire playing their pick comp. But, I mean, they have the carries now. They just have pure fight. The Rumble doesn't even really matter at this point. They have Derizen, Beyond Fed, full stack on the Dark Seal as Concrete's caught out. They surely can't get, right?
He's tanky enough.
He's tanky enough. It's kind of cutting it close with a Felios 50% crit IE. So it's a little closer than it should be, I think, for Concrete to be face checking this often.
Yeah, I think in a different game state, if this is a Felios already with third item and like a Last Whisper, like then it's a very different idea, right? At that point, Concrete probably just dies from walking up like that. But as things are, I feel it's not quite strong enough. Vrang a little bit too far away. Witch Out Black Mass, sorry, just not quite there either on his own 2-item spike. Feels like everyone's just a little bit behind the curve right now from the Spire, which is to be expected when Conduit are ahead as they are. But it's just not enough. He did. We're also throwing Chains of Corruption out as well.
I think they were trying. They could have fished for a Crescent Guard Force there if they went for the Blighted Arrow instead, or Piercing Arrow instead. But we'll go with what they're fine, I guess. Trade long range ultis.
I mean, a nice amount of damage dealt to so easy as well, forcing the base at the very least.
Kind of all they can hope for at this point. They're just really trying to buy time for Pineapple to annoy Derizen on the bot side.
Yeah, I mean, he is pushing this on the side lane, but this is starting to get dangerous for the Cassante, right? Down through half HP, as well as that Canik Shield. That's not be allowed to reset. You need 15 seconds out of combat for that to get going. Now you're playing way too far up on the weak side.
Oh, was looking for the all-out. Doesn't really matter at this point. Spirit Rush chase down should be more than enough. Ooh, burns the flash too. That's not really what you want to do.
He's baiting for Baron.
Time baiting for Baron, but where's the damage?
It's not there.
You have an Aphelios, and that's actually it. Like, Thresh... Xin is a little bit, but Thresh is not going to do anything. So the poke war begins, and space instantly taken. They need to start Baron before Concrete even gets there. If they really wanted to really make advantage of this split. But it just was not happening. Hook connects onto Concrete.
Dangerous.
That's pretty big, as they will get that down. Equalizer's not that bad, though, but it's only Mollywomp's going to get burned by it right now. So easy jumping into the backline is Witch, already trying to fight 1v3, not really going to be able to get anything out of it. Vrang, low, flash E, connects J way too late on the cleanse, but it does not even matter. We'll be able to walk away. The Severing Bolts are just going to be cosmetic at this point, as it should be Baron for Conduit, save some insane Cassante play, and it's not even going to come, so we'll just be...
I mean, the Smite still, right? Smite advantage still there for Nation with Witch Black Mass.
Cassante quad kill. You never know. It's Cassante.
It is Cassante. I will give you that one, but I think even that one there is beyond the reach of what Pineapple at least thought was possible. I want to bring up So Easy. You talked earlier on about him having a bit of a tough one. This time round, an amazing team fight. The ultimate start things off. It was a great way to go forward on that fight. Mollywop's taking up the most of it, but the fact that it tags J-Fair, that tags Vrang to start things off, it pushes them further away as well. It completely zones him out of the fight, and then beyond that, he's then stepping right up into Frank's face. He is
Flash
saying,
over
I
the
will
wall.
kill you if you let me. And afterwards, he's just able to stall out, uses his arm guard, which shatters, but he has Zhonya's anyway, so he's absolutely fine from that perspective. He just walks up and completely zones out the mid laner. The bot laner forced way out of the fight. Jay Feather not even close to being involved, and as such, the damage just is not there to follow up on the Thresh and Xin Zhao, who were standing the front line, but were not standing for all too long.
Now with the Drake up, it will be Soul Point on the line. Zero interest shown by the side of the Spire. They will just try to get some split gold going onto this Cassante, possibly. Maybe a mid-plating. Ooh. You can already see a little bit of a countermeasure going in. We'll get two. That's 3 plates. We'll get 4.
Yeah. This is a slight overcommit towards a Drake. I feel like when you have to Drake this easily, you don't need to send everyone to the Drake that heavily, because you do lose a lot now, right? This has gone from a 9k to a 7k lead, right? And those are the kind of things that potentially allow your opponents back into the game where it isn't necessary. A bit of money, Cassante isn't the end of the world, but money on the Aphelios right now puts things in dangerous place, able to push things back around in mid once more on the tempo, so it's a nice bit rush to avoid Aspire and Despair as well. It's just making sure that you make the most of your advantages where you have them. When you have the Baron, you already have to push in the lanes. You don't need to send everyone to the Drake when they aren't sending everyone to the Drake. You can match in the side lane with TP on Rumble. You can match with a lot of mid push, get the wave, and then go down to the Drake. Going for the Drake early there has cost them a little bit, but they're able to bring it back.
They did actually, yes, because it was a bit of... they overcommitted to Dragon hard, but it was also a bit of an overcommit to the top side. They did end up getting that top tier 2, but Conduit left their mid tier 2 and bot tier 2 like absolutely defenseless against a 5-man rush. So kind of lost the only advantage they really had by overplaying that one position.
Yeah, well, head now into our next phase of play. We have Baron spawning about the same time as the Hex Soul in 3 minutes or so time. Conduit have themselves in an amazing position. Until then, they can look for fights if they present themselves, but it's not necessary at all, right? If you don't need to take on the risk, then there's no reason to. If you think you can find a pick on a side lane, if you can isolate someone, absolutely fine. But until then, this is just wave clear simulator for everyone, right? It's make sure we deal with our side lanes when they show up. We make sure we keep our mid lane with a lot of protection. We cannot leave Chrome alone. He has 4.5 items of pure disgusting damage. We can look for the side lane. Okay. We get the flash out the way. A good start there during this kind of interim period, getting rid of a very key summoner with not enough time for that to come back up before these objectives spawn.
That equalizer did so much to Frank too. That just tagged him. That arrow is going to do a ton.
He is very squishy.
As to start respecting is there's Witch jumping into the backline, the Spiraling Despair taking on it so easy, but it's not really going to do much of anything concrete. Might just have to become the new target here as Chrome trying to just start stacking and fire. Red, white flash into the backline from Jay. Finds the shutdown. Will give his life for the double kill. Is there a response to Risen? Is here. It is cleaning house. It's a triple from the Ahri. And it is just Pineapple teleporting too little, too late into a fight that is long over. And what started as such a good play for the Spire completely flips once now 13 at the time, 10, 1, and 6 Ahri shows their face. 4 items with a Dark Seal fully stacked still.
Yeah, and Darison is really showing the full extent of why Ahri cannot be allowed through drafts, especially to R5. Can I point out this Ahri made it all the way through the first 10 picks, first 10 bans this series? Like, that is a little bit crazy.
You would not see that in most leagues.
Yeah, and now we're showing exactly why, right? Now, 13 kills, Rabadon's Void Staff, Shadow Flame, and Malignance. That 10-stack Dark Seal, as you say, he could turn it into a book if he wants to. He could have turned it into a book years ago. There we go.
I was like, what else are you going to spend it on? You're full build already. Might as well.
You could sell the Dark Seal and buy a different item, I guess, if you don't feel it. But like,
until you lose your stacks,
would you not be feeling it?
Yeah, I was like, if you're one, you haven't died since laning phase, and 2, it's the most gold efficient item in the game if you could stack it.
Yeah, the reason for it, the snowball is indeed strong with this one, and that's the type of fight we were talking about before as well, right? If the fight presents itself where you think you have the advantage, absolutely go nuts. You have the advantage because you're 10,000 gold in the lead. go nuts. Take that fight. There is in with a beautiful TP. Gets himself 3 more to the tally. And now the Drake setup is even more in your favor. Now it's a full 10,000 that you have. It's an item and a half in mid. It's an item in bot. You know, the are lethality against crit item. We can talk about the effectiveness of that gold however much you want. But your jungle's still way ahead. And Jesus, that side lane damage.
The
Rank can't
flash
exist.
through is insane. The flash to keep the stacks of Spirit Rush for as long as possible is absolutely psychotic, as there's the Nature's Grasp connecting. Derisen is the focus, as Concrete's already so low. They just need 1 kill there to get another stack. Is so easy in the backline with the double. Are they even going to be able to shut down this Ahri? They can't do it. It's an ace coming through. And it's going to be the game 1 win. They don't need the Drake Soul. They're just going to march it down this bot lane to punch the undefeated Spire in the mouth.
Yeah. Not the first time the Spire have been in this position, though. Important to point out. Right? This is not your average undefeated, like, Genji 2024 God Run. The Golden Road is nowhere close, right? These are, like, scrappy games that they are barely eking out right now to still be 3-0 in overall best of 3 series. Like, we can talk about how dominant this has been from Conduit at a later date, but Spire, from a draft through the game, it didn't really look all too confident, didn't look comfortable at all.
Oof. That was, I mean, it looked, this is pretty much how all Conduit games go. It'll be close, and then Duriza will just pop off. Duriza will decide the game is over. Or Chrome will decide the game is over, and we're just gonna win now, and 45k damage from this Ahri. 16k ahead of the next closest player in the lobby that's a lot.
That's a lot of damage.
Truly.
Not even Flex State would be able to heal that one. Derison putting in a monster performance in game 1 as is now Conduit 1-up in the series, and a massive peak now for Spire to try and overcome.
Oh my goodness. No, they can't do it again. Surely the Spire don't go undefeated through like the first half of the season again and then fall off a cliff, right? They can't do it again. They've learned.
I mean, they just come back. They just come off the back of destroying Dorado 2-0.
True, they did do that, but it's like we've seen this.
This would be quite the cliff.
We've seen this script before, and it would suck to see it play out again because they usually are a very good team.
Well, hope for their sake that it doesn't go that way. But in the meantime, we're going to take a short little break here while we collect ourselves for game 2. Spire need to win them both back-to-back to be able to take the series and stay unbeaten. Conduit looking to break that streak. We'll see what happens when game 2 is ready.
And we are back for game number 2. Conduit having risen on the Ari take over to bring them to the game 1 victory. Spire needing to find back-to-back wins now to keep the undefeated season alive, as the TF is back in the no-no zone.
Yeah. Throughout the side swaps, wouldn't be shocked if we still get some similar bans, right? This is very much so dictated off champ pools more than dictated off of high meta reads. That's why we allowed Ari through to R5. So
For some reason, Pantheon's coming into the bans now. Bit of a switch up.
a bit of a switch up. He's banned third in
Was
game
he
1.
Last game? I don't even remember.
Yeah,
anymore.
Conduit. I still have game 1 draft open. So we have the cheats over here. We make sure we can see that previous draft. But yeah, Pantheon was taken away before that first rotation, which is I think why Spire went to the Xin Zhao. We talked about the efficiency, or maybe whatever on the previous game. Is Seraphine being
Still
banned away
banned.
second? That was another one that's banned away third in game
Yep.
1.
Oh, wow. They're really moving their prio around. Totally.
Mm-hmm. Well, they might change up the second part
Ooh,
here.
and
That was,
Nivea's
that was a second rotation ban.
Yeah, this
And
is
it's
a
changed
first
teams.
rotation. And apparently no team just likes Anivia. Both teams hate her.
Completely valid. The champion
She
is
is
quite
annoying.
annoying right now.
She's super annoying. I hate her.
And Molly Watts plays a lot of its support as well. That's something to bear
Everyone
in
plays a
mind.
lot of its support. Everyone thinks that they too can play on BLG.
Well, you know, it's a nice dream. Okay,
The
It's
dream.
nice to believe, and you know, it is useful to be able to flex it, right? Especially,
Yeah,
you look at your early pick on red side. You'd love to have at least one flex. You can really make the blue side sweat. Conduit maybe less so focused on that, to where they're happy to just get rid of it. Volibear taken away from them before they take their first pick. Could be headed towards jungle once more. Could be headed towards
no. Oh no.
a Ziggs.
I don't love Ziggs B1.
You can get rid of B1 from that sentence, and I think it still holds.
There's situations where I like Ziggs. Honestly, I don't like Ziggs being blinded in most situations, especially outside of like like game 4 and 5 maybe, but this is a best of 3. There are still very solid Siver's available. We could just B1 the Siver, guys. Like it's an
I mean,
option.
you take the Ziggs to neutralize a bad lane, right? That's what he's there for. You
They're
take him, you're like,
anticipating
oh, this
a bad
sucks.
lane. They're anticipating a bad lane in the future. As Wukong going to be R1 for the Spire. Jungle's still high prio. They've taken jungle
It should be.
first pick both games, which is not surprising actually, like at all.
Yeah. The jungle isn't as they are, right? It's just you can pick one of many, and they'll all do very similar things. It doesn't change the overall dynamic all too much. As if we're
Okay.
playing Ezreal game 2, then why won't we playing Ezreal game 1 against
They're
Java?
assuming this is that is also true, but they're also assuming, I guess, this is a Ziggs bot lane pick. And they're like, you can shove all you
Yes.
want.
Yeah. Pretty safe to assume to start things off. I try to find some info on like where the Ziggs
Oh.
actually is going, as that's out of left
Come
field.
on. It's not gonna happen, but do it. Let me have this. Ooh,
That's
also
also
a
out of
bit
left field.
that's really out of left field. You generally don't. I don't love this draft from Conduit.
Very AP heavy through first 2 picks.
Yeah,
Can they throw that out there?
Usually, with certain champions like especially like Ziggs and Lily are actually 2 champs you want to have them as the only AP threat.
Is this an Neferi angle?
Ooh.
They may hold on.
Ziggs. Wait, what? Okay, this has to be Ziggs mid. Because if you take
I'm
Braum
tr-
Ziggs, I don't think you know how to draft.
It's not a great combo.
It's a
I
horrible
will
combo.
see
It's
that
one of the
one.
worst. It's
The
one of the
whole
worst
idea of I want to
combos.
auto attack and not having someone to auto attack with would make it not a great combo. Now, I mean, instead, it might just be the fact that you have AP mid jungle, which is also not great.
That's also bad. And there's no
Galio,
gank
anyone?
There's no gank potential in Ziggs Lilia. There's so many issues with this with this draft
Just
so
buy
far.
Merc Treads. Like, the Spire, if they can draft whatever mage they want and just buy Merc Treads. They can draft whatever support they want and wait on mid because there's no need to go insane prior. Just going to go Soraka instead. I mean, this is a similar idea to what we said in the jungle before, right? You take any of the AD bruisers, does a very similar role. A lot of the mages do a very similar role. Yeah, no need to push the envelope here. I'm trying to. Is this just like a takeaway from the rest of the series of potentially no more games for Vrang? Because he likes playing Ziggs?
You could
Is
also
that the angle that Conduit have found?
the good strategy of if you don't want to face a champion in a game is you ban it or you win in 2 games.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you don't have to worry about a Zig. We're banning Ornn when we have Braum on the team. Okay, now I'm really confused. I'm super beyond confused now. I'm like I'm brain blasted.
I can't defend what's happening right now. Conduit have gone from the best draft I've seen in BOL Premier, and that first draft, that is up there for the best draft I've seen in BOL Premier. And now we're at this.
We are losing it.
How do we change?
What
This
a
is
180.
This is the dichotomy of man.
Even our producer's asking why at this point, which is oof.
We need more people to ask why.
Everyone should be asking why.
I feels like it almost has to be Ziggs mid lane because you can't be playing Ziggs Braum, but then again, you're playing Ziggs mid lane into a guy who plays a lot of Ziggs. I feel like that's not great either here. Spire, I mean, with all these lovely little top bands, you can just take whatever the hell you want top lane.
Rumple's gone, no Ornn possible. Just take the Renekton.
Yeah, Aatrox would have been annoying, but you banned it away.
What do you
Now,
even take at this point? Like Zehen in the top lane, I guess.
depending on how much you play it, you can also like
The
Gnar.
if you know how to play Gnar, but what is the AD carry going to be? This is such
so easy. Also plays a good bit of Ambessa, but that doesn't feel great.
That loses into
the
Renekton.
Renekton. So
That loses hard. Now,
yeah,
unless
I
you
mean,
super
could have gone
gaff him.
Scion, I guess, but has chosen to go with the Gnar, which he has a little bit less comfort on.
The issue is they need AD as well, so the Gnar is the better option.
Yeah.
Like, they've really driven themselves into this quarter with this draft. Like, you have no AD, you have double AP. You could take
Your damage is so
Ashe?
inconsistent as well.
You can't even afford to take Ashe. Like, I guess you need Sivir for late game insurance, but where's your early game damage besides Ziggs?
And where's your front line come late game as well? It's
Like, you have
Braum and
Braum.
Hope. It's a Braum and Hope. This is
Loki,
This is-
stop it.
this is the dangerous one from Conduit.
This is
Had
a
to be said.
draft of all time.
I mean, Spire now, they know that Ziggs is going mid, and Vrang plays a lot of Ziggs. He knows the matchups that he likes and the matchups he doesn't like. He can take whatever he wants right now, and I think he'll be fine.
You could take Vex here, just match shove. Malzahar, match shove. You don't really need to interact with it. Orianna, just beat him to death.
Yeah, that works.
Kill him.
Kill him
Or you-
repeatedly.
You have 2 champions that are perfect for putting the ball on the into the enemy team. I don't think Braum can block. Can Braum block ball? Does it count as a projectile?
No.
Okay, so it just goes through it. Good. I am confused.
I think that's a very
Are you sure?
good thing.
Loki,
Out.
are you sure these teams have swapped?
I can tell
These
you they
dra-
swapped. I can guarantee you they swapped because their names have swapped in the draft and everything.
Whoa. Is these drafts, this feels like they're drafting for each other. This is like Nemesis draft if you were not allowed to throw the game for your opponent.
I'd like to point out one more thing before we do send it to a break. Do you want to know Zig's 4th best matchup in mid
Is it
lane?
Ori?
It's Orianna.
Okay, so
Ziggs loves playing into Orianna.
So that checks out. You can't really wave clear him without losing all your mana. I guess they're drafting this one specifically for team fight. and they've won everywhere else. So it's like, what's the point?
Fair enough, but I mean, you could go
You
for like
had
a
the
3 winning
option.
lanes type thing.
Yeah, I was like, you had the option to go for someone who can match his shove and also do a ton of damage. So it's not like they needed the Orianna.
Yeah. I'm confused on both accounts here. I feel like we're in for
A game?
a game of all time.
There's a Sivir on the screen. Loki's excited.
I'm gonna need to
I'm-
take some minutes to work this one out.
I need more than the draft time. Can we have more than the draft delay, possibly?
Yeah,
We have more
I,
than
I
spec
think
delay to go over this because I'm very. I think I need time.
this is going to take some digesting. We'll be back, hopefully, when we have digested that, ready for Game 2 itself. Players, of course, just going through the client draft right now. So we've got a little bit of time to ponder what we've witnessed, and we'll see if it works for either side when we get onto the Rift for game number 2 in just a few.
And it is time to see if Conduit will close out this series to tie the Spire. Technically, they would have tiebreaker over them, I believe. Or if the Spire will survive, force a game 3 to keep the 4-0 dream alive. I am Box Kimchi. This is Rue, as Loki has talked us into mildly enjoying these drafts a little bit more. Only a little bit.
It's still
A little.
one-sided. It's still
Yes.
one-sided. I think Conduit have managed to salvage their draft with their 5th pick, and
The power
we'll see
of
what
Sivir.
Chromelo is able to do. Starting Cull is a decision,
Into this
so fair
comp
play for that one.
too.
but I think he started Cull because he saw J Feather's roots.
I hate tier start.
I don't like tier start. Have you seen his runes yet?
Yeah, he has grasp.
He has
I don't
grasp
think any of
on
this is
Ezreal.
good.
He
Grasp
has
on
grasp
Ezreal
on Range Champ.
on ADC Ezreal. This isn't. It's not 2015.
This is the very much I don't want to play the lane type of game for an Ezreal, which is an
Yes.
odd choice into a Civic Braum where you possibly could, especially with range advantage that your Soraka has. Somehow don't get level 2 prior though. You do end up getting it without losing all too much for it. As mid is Armageddon, as we would expect. I feel like this Orianna on R5 could have been basically anything that Rang was comfortable with that wasn't called Orianna. I feel like Ziggs does incredibly
They're
well
playing for
in this
post lane.
matchup.
Let's see if they can play it for and we dropped cannon already. Okay, bad start.
Yeah.
We got to
We
keep
can have some
tabs on.
carnage.
We're gonna have to keep tabs on that grasp because, like, there are times like I've seen plenty of Sennas who are like, okay, this is a lane where I'm gonna be doing most of the poking, and they can't really respond to me. I'm gonna take grasp, and we're gonna become really bulky and sustain heavy in lane. So if you can get those grasp stacks, and that's if, then it's kind of worth it, depending on how hard you're trading. If you're in a J Feather situation where you have literally 0 grasp stacks at this moment in time, and your opponents have already reset, it might not be worth it.
Did he get one? I thought he got one.
He might.
I thought he hit concrete once with a grass
Loki
stack.
likes to risen skin. Wait, is this SKT versus T1? No. This is 2015, so this is Marin versus what's his nuts? Zeus. What do you mean?
Hold on. He's got 2 grass stacks. I just found out.
Okay, he's got 2. I forgot you're in the game, so we actually have a way to check stats without making Loki stare at the Ezreal.
Yeah. I managed to find it. He has 2 grass stacks so far in 3 minutes. Congratulations.
So why don't
Hopefully
you just
his
say
sake,
Conqueror?
he's able to
Just
get more value. Lethal tempo. Disgustingly strong on Ezreal.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just because I don't like playing Ezreal that much. It just feels weird on him to me.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right, but the fact that Q applies on hit allows it to have the extra.
It makes
like,
sense.
lethal
Yeah, it
tempo
hits the
damage.
extra bolt. Is this Frost?
Still talking
Oh,
about
it's hard steel.
skins.
Loki's talking to us about skins. I don't like any of Soraka's skins because I hate Soraka.
That's because you
She's
don't like Soraka. There's
she's
a
my least
distinctive
favorite
difference there.
Ezreal. I am a avid TPA Ezreal truther, mostly because TPA is my favorite league team ever.
Oh,
Big
Stand
jump from
aside.
Concrete here, as there's another grasp stack coming
Ooh.
through, and the big silent circle doesn't do a damn thing against an auto-attacking ADC. It is first blood going to the question mark boomerang blade. I love it.
that is precisely what Chrome Loam absolutely would have wanted to see. Just a free kill to start things off.
Oh, chat's back on.
Exactly the
You guys
position
can't
that
see
he really needed himself to be in. Getting himself now
Oh, yeah,
a
what
very
does
large
Sivir want?
advantage in the bot lane.
What does
Sorry?
what does a late game ADC want? Acceleration.
Early kills.
Yeah, early kills. Just give me a
More
bunch
money,
of gold.
please.
Why? Okay, so why don't we start the cold and go the tier second?
Why a color tool in Ezreal? I know
also
that Sivir
kind of
has one,
True.
but like you need to get your Triforce as fast as possible. That the colors
That
are
is
gonna help you.
definitely true. I love double starting items being back on the menu. I'm just a big fan of it.
Just not these ones.
Not in this situation, but I just love that you can do this again.
Yeah. And as
they-
you see, Chrome Loam, he switched around the order of his starting items. He went Cole first, and then into the Doran's Blade. Most people go the other way around, but it's worked out right from so far.
It's a
so.
Sivir lane. You're not really trading.
Also true. Well, he's still got first blood though. Nice gank
Still ended
timer.
up with first blood because
Combination. He's looking again.
Concrete goes full psychopath. Didn't even burn
Apple
flash
does have
actually.
6. That's the least threatening gank I've ever seen.
That's
A
funny,
Renekton with
actually.
flash with 6 and half a rage bar.
And
He
Gnar,
didn't use
who
any of it.
is-
He just pressed E.
Gnar, who hasn't transformed, and Lilia without ultimate and has not hit a spell. Ominous.
I mean,
Well,
that,
you're not-
that was like, oh, I just cleared topside. I
You're not
guess I can
clicking-
show that I
yeah.
cleared topside.
That's literally the I cleared top side. I'm gonna poke my head so my pushing top laner doesn't get executed.
At least Nation now is rotated down to the bot side. Of course, Fated Ashes providing a lot of early game power in the jungle, at least in terms of
Ooh.
clear speeders.
Rizen's been caught.
What are we here?
Witch double cyclone connects, and that's not gonna do much of anything. Witch doesn't have flash. The shockwave's going
Shockwave?
to connect as Nation
No
have
way.
the spells.
Okay.
Will get the smite kill, actually. That's not a monster. No, they are a monkey.
Too
man.
easy. Flash round.
Oh. Wait, hold on. Oh my goodness.
Now
No
you're a little bit
HP.
close.
Both ultis burn now.
I got a little bit too close to come through, I'm sure.
Concrete
But
not gonna
able to
connect
hang on at
with
very
you.
least.
Okay. So things have happened. Somehow the Lily is 1-1 this early. Or 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, it
Not
came
one.
at a bit of a cost. Having to use flash in that play, also
It did.
Derizen taking a
but no one else has
nosedive. Just
flash.
yeah,
It's
walking.
fine.
Varang has flash, which makes Varang and the bot lane have flash, right? It means you can look pineapple top after he had to burn flash in the so easy play, but that's kind of it in terms of
Okay, they need to punish
Yeah.
Derizen now, though.
yeah. I mean,
They
from
need
the other
to
side, I
find
think
a
absolutely.
punish.
I think Witch Hat might be waiting for his own Cyclone to come back.
Yeah, they need
Wukong
the
with
Cyclone.
ultimate,
They
very
need
difficult
ultis
gank with.
back, but they do need to punish Derizen for having no flash, because if they don't, this Ziggs is just going to continue to do whatever he wants.
He's having a great time of things right now, just existing
As a tier,
in the best way possible. Just purely existing, clearing out every single wave that comes his way. We don't talk about the previous walk down into the jungle.
didn't happen.
It didn't work out well, but it's fine. He's recovered, and he's doing absolutely exactly what he wants right now. It feels like Conduit are doing exactly what they want right now. There's no pressure on them in this early game from the Spire, and unless they think that they are going to outscale with Soraka, Ezreal, Orianna, Wukong, like
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it.
I forgot Essence Reaver's in the game. Like, it's the first time in a long time anyone actually builds this item. So, welcome back, Chrome. Is going to get traded pretty hard there. Grasp stack going over to Jay, most importantly. Of course.
Oh yeah. Should
Very
we see how many he's at?
He's probably at like 5.
He's at 10. He's got 10 times
10?
using it. He's gained 20 health.
How many
Because he
times
gets
did he
2
hit
health per
Concrete?
stack.
He does get 2 health per stack. 'Cause he
Welcome
gets...
to being a range champ with Grasp.
It's
That's
such
because-
a weird number. They should have made an easier number to remember.
I think
like
it used to
they-
be 3 and 5, like ranged melee.
Because they never tell
But
you
then they
what the
nerfed it
range...
because
Yes,
Yeah.
because freaking range top lane. But they never actually say what the number is. They just tell you that range champions get a percent, like 33% of it. It's like, that's not helpful, right? You know the numbers. Just tell us the number.
they could so easily, but that wouldn't be fun. As,
Small indie company.
potentially looking for a Drake timer here. Looks like Witch Hat
Ooh,
is going to
Pi
go for it.
gonna get thrown into a wall.
That was
violently.
an R.
Drake. Started.
This
is there
Renekton does
really-
not care about what happens in top
Oh
lane.
yeah, no. Renekton is chilling right now. Is there
What
going
matters a
to
lot more for him is what's happening around the Drake. He probably got caught out there just looking at the Drake and is like, oh right, I got engaged on. Okay.
Maybe a response? As Derizen is
Shockwave?
kind of caught, shockwaved. And we'll just keep Derizen away. Brain
Can you
might actually
satchel?
find the solo kill as the Drake is going to fall, as I believe we're going in on the Drake as well. It's a 3v3 now. Which
Witch
is caught. They don't have the nap time, but they do get the kill onto Witch.
Oh,
and
what
they
a
get a
Q.
response as nice Q onto Mollywomp's going to connect. And that will be a
Oh, no,
double
you're
kill
gonna
going
grasp
over to
back.
Nation. Oh, the flash follow from Jay. Or onto Jay. He's not going to be able to secure the kill. Still has the arcane shift away. It's a 2-for-1 in exchange for the dragon. Where have I
Yeah.
seen this before?
We saw it in game 1
Literally in game 1.
of the second Drake. But,
well, Nation's gonna take over this game. Almost has Leandry's done already. 6-stack Dark Seal.
yeah, that's a scary looking Lilia. Double kill around that previous fight. Really starting to accelerate his own game state. As the only thing I have to say is negative out of that fight for Conduit is that we're flashing after an Ezreal who has E.
Yeah, a little overambitious as Pi is going hella low. Has to get the heal off of the Q, but calling the Meek does nothing. So easy with the solo kill in the top lane.
Flash.
Didn't even have well, I guess Pi didn't have it, so it didn't even matter.
Yeah, that's insane. We're allowing kill angles like that. I think Pineapple, if he can have that one back, he'd definitely be looking to play that one quite differently to get a very different result. Unfortunately, he has to live with it. And now, I mean, So Easy is going to absolutely run over this top lane. And now taken into Renekton, talked about during draft, right? It's the typical counter pick of a solid range champion that can also do some melee things. Even as a proxy of a wave right now, cheating his tempo even more. He is level 11 compared to Pi's level 9. Top lane couldn't be going much worse for the Renekton, bearing in mind it's only the one kill.
We need to, I guess the mid lane now is kind of the, well, this is our egg basket.
This is the winning lane.
All the eggs in
And
this
it's not a
basket
zero
now.
lane.
I mean, it's a 1 kill advantage. It's a half item lead, if that counts for much.
Yeah. Looks like he's close to the Saros. He can buy it if he press B at some point in the future. But holding on for the time, has plenty enough push. TP's a little bit off time. Might just wait until he's out of mana. Might just go now instead of going on tempo when the wave was dead. I can't work it out.
Going now. Is not going now. Is waiting.
It's okay. He can
It's
go
all
whenever,
good.
right? That's what we're saying, right? On the Ziggs, he can go get that base whenever. Seras first, not as aggressive as you might want to see for a Ziggs. I feel like Luden's, especially when you're playing in bot lane, a lot stronger, though in the mid, looking for the safety, getting away from ganks such as that, from which have a satchel to do that, though, so the shield wouldn't have been employed anyway, as Mollywop's taking the worst of things in bot lane.
So easy.
In a person she can't heal as herself.
So easy, still suffering. Or not so easy, sorry. Pineapple just suffering up in top lane against this. I mean, only boots Gnar, but it doesn't really matter. It's a Gnar matchup. Second or third plate's gonna fall, actually, in favor of the Gnar. This proves, I think this confirms it. Zeus is a better player than Marin.
Hold your words, though. Pineapple not going to let this one go easily. He has level 11 timer as well.
Oh,
Finding
wait,
it
there's
that he got
his
back 2 levels
EP
down.
too, so very tired. So easy, get back to safety. Pineapple not wanting to commit the flash.
Flash for flash.
Will finally do it. Does it?
Oh,
No! He autos the tower. He's so
It's
tanky.
W auto! That was W empowered auto attack! That was his
no.
stun!
Incoming! Scorch secures the
Scorch.
kill for Durizen, and well, yeah, that confirms it. Faker's a better top laner than Marin.
That was his W empowered auto attack.
On the tower. This is why you put on target champs only. And then never use it again. I don't know anyone who actually uses that
I'm gonna
feature.
need, like,
That hurt, actually. That hurt a lot. And I know that hurt Pineapple, too. That feels so bad.
such a good kill angle as well. Like, that is a game, a lane redeeming play that he just missed out on as a result of
could've-
that one small mechanical mismatch.
I think he could have just committed to that earlier. I think he could have committed the flash earlier and not even had this issue.
I think you want to try and get as much distance as possible, like
Yeah,
trying to
he
cut
wanted
off
to
the
close
angle.
gap, but it's you know you're going flash for flash anyway, so you
If flash is going to get you into range, then you may as well flash into range.
yeah, you might as well flash into range. Either you get the flash or you get the stun. Like
Just
the longer you wait, the closer he gets to tower, and we see that play out there with a
brutal.
brutal finish.
Still
on
nearly
it.
escaped, by the way.
Still did, but
Very nearly got out of
unfortunately,
that one.
So easy cheated by having a semi-global on his team, which I think might be unfair.
It was slightly unfair, as this also probably doesn't feel all too fair for Concrete. Hanging around. Maybe it's unfair for the other team. He's like stood there for 5 years and he hasn't taken damage.
Well, they've only hit him with like a single mystic shot.
They tried to hit with more.
Oh, teleported from so easy, but he's losing his Gnar
I was
right
about to
now.
fall off.
Yeah, Gnar is he's tired now. Big shield. He does have the big boy shield from
I
having
have no
Mega
TP,
Gnar's
can't
health
match.
bar, but no. Ooh, it's so close actually.
He's just gonna push side lane though. He doesn't even need to match. Like the longer this fight takes, the rest of it, you just don't want to get engaged on, right? Right now, Spire just needs to stall. Let your Nectar play the slide lane. He gets back into the game.
Yeah, they're not sending anyone back here. The poke is coming out. Nation
Oh,
is gonna be 3 a 4-man sleep. And there's the bomb to connect. It's gonna be so much damage, but still not quite there. So easy. He's gonna find mollywops actually. And Pineapple is here, and maybe a little late on the teleport. Might as well have just not teleported. So easy has the ult available. We'll get it. As there's the shockwave connecting onto So Easy. It's a killing spree for the Gnar. And it's gonna be a double for the Gnar. 1 mini, 1 mega, just piling up the bodies. 4-0-1 for So Easy.
We're framing that play as like a cross-map opportunity for Pineapple, because that's what we expect him to be doing there, right? You don't have TP on the same time as So Easy. He gets in there first. He is gonna make the fight a lot better for his team. He is gonna be that numbers advantage. Your team got engaged on while they're in numbers disadvantage, and then we TP in afterwards.
They already had
They
the
could
first
have at
Drake
least
too.
got top tier 1 there.
They weren't even denying a Drake stack is the worst part. They already took the first dragon, so they didn't need to die for this. Or at least they didn't need to teleport down. They could have just taken the tower, called it a day.
They didn't even need to contest it. The fact they get engaged on a tool is a little bit of a surprise. Obviously, Nation finding another amazing angle, as he just kind of does on the Lilia from time to time, but it's just unnecessary to even be that close. To be in flash Q range of the Lilia is to be too close to this fight when it's 4v5. And even when it's 5v5, I'm not sure you had a chance, because as strong as some of your champs are right now, you're still not approaching your actual item spikes, right? J-Feather, still not at his 2 item spike, as he shouldn't be at 17 minutes. No one should be at the 2 item spikes. You cannot take this type of a fight at all when you're just numbers disadvantage, equal items. And now you have 5k gold as a result.
Oh, and Nation is so fed. And here comes the gank. Jay just already flashing, but is gonna get caught by the Q. The super, or the Mega Inferno Bomb, not the Super Mega Inferno Bomb.
Comet.
Does find the kill, the Comet this time. So we're just getting kills with all of these weird secondary with all of the secondary damage sources. As they're jumping in onto Witch. Witch jumping in on So Easy. So Easy's level 14. Witch is level 10. And, I mean, Pineapple's just staring at his jungler right now. They're finally going to jump in, but do they even have the damage to do enough? They do! Barely surviving the 2v1, which is concerning to say. Flash out of Derizen now. But Vrang is kind of caught, needed that to connect. Will be Derizen going 3-2-2 after an 0-2 start to the game.
I question so many things about what I'm seeing right now. The only question I don't have is Nation strong? Yes. There's no question in that one. Very, very strong. Now 10 stacks, Dark Seal.
Already at 10.
Yeah. 2.5 items as well on this base. 2 items with boots, sorry. My bad. Had a full Sork shoes on that base instead. Like, this guy is just absolutely running over the rift right now. And there's no way to stop him, right? We look to what the Spire can do in terms of guaranteed lockdown CC, and it's Cyclone. It's maybe Flash W or Renekton.
No.
Hope and pray?
Hope and pray. Always the best kind of engage. I love that angle.
He's not the only one you have to worry about as well, right? We saw what happened there was So Easy. Able to effectively just take it 1v2 and very nearly got both of them. The Sivir, already at 2.5 items, by the way. Cheaper items, don't get us twisted, right? Essence Reaver Plus and Hori for Little Blade. But BF Sword in inventory.
Oh,
yeah, what are you going to do to lock that down?
Getting jumped on, but has the jukes for now.
He's on the wrong side of the rift here.
Yeah, he's running the wrong direction, unfortunately. It's So Easy.
Teammates
Does a
coming.
great cutoff. Friends are coming. Nice shockwave to buy a little more time.
Wish.
There's the wish. But So Easy's right at the tower. They can't do a dang thing to stop him. But there's the flash out, and Witch going to find the kill there. Good Cyclone. And, okay, I thought Pi flashed. I just saw him jump forwards, and I didn't know if it was Flash or if it was E, and I got scared. But Darius is just going to take this tier 2, and they should be able to get this pretty easily. They got Ziggs W.
Yeah, big cross-map potential. Ziggs W did take like an unexpected nerf from the start of the season. The fact that
Unexpected?
you can't kill
What do you
turrets
mean?
You can't kill turrets with 2 plates on anymore. You can only kill.
That's
You have
right.
to get them down to 1 plate.
That's the weird one. Yeah, I was like, what do you mean weird nerf? And I was like, oh yeah, this hyper specific
Proc.
nerf.
Yeah, it's like very specific. You have to get the extra plate. It's because it's based on percentage
Yeah.
of the turrets remaining. I mean, this might work.
No,
It's a
it will
debate.
not. This will not work. It wasn't
It
working
won't work
already.
for I was talking from a concrete point of view. I'll be honest. I was wondering if Pineapple would bite, and he snapped.
Very.
To
I mean,
use a crocodile
we
term.
went beyond snap. It ate. It just ate entirely one bite.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he ate the bait, which is not what you want to be eating.
He ate the entire hook. He digested it. Very
That
dangerous.
makes it sound
plays
like it
for Ray.
worked.
Well, we're back again. We're doing this play a second time, but yeah, there's just no chance. Vrang does not stop a Black Cleaver Triforce Gnar. It's concrete again. We're just doing this again. The bait.
Yep.
Ooh, good
Oof,
block
short of
there, but Mali able to flash away as well. That is the weakest True Shot Barrage I have seen in a while.
He has 2 items though. It's
That is
positive.
2 items. We're just face checking here. As Nation just wants the true prize that is Jay.
That's a-
And nearly gives his life for it. Has to flash away from his own engage. Oof. Pi, can he get the 1v1? So he's close to transforming. Is a level up, now dead even
He does not
actually.
want the smoke. He doesn't have Dominus.
But doesn't have Dominus, has to flash away from his own engage. We're seeing it on both teams.
Yeah, unfortunate as well. Means that top side guaranteed to be in Suizi's favor. Freshly for this Drake. Of course, that tier 2 turret fell earlier to the Ziggs, but it just means he has all the more space to bully this poor little crocodile. And now completely flashes is Pi. Even with that slight mishap in mid, Nation able to walk down to the Drake. Plenty of health still left up. Doesn't even bother smiting. Knows that there is 0 contest. Only second Drake. So not danger stations just yet. On a Kentech Soul especially. Could be a whole lot worse. The healing shield power not really going to get its full value, I'd say. With
Dominus
team comps as they are,
available.
but
So
this is a
easy.
thing.
Has so much damage and goes mega as well. The
Wish.
wish comes through. Does
No
Pineapple
turret.
have the spell rotations though?
Oh, he missed one.
Yes, he does. He dodges the Q, I believe, or the wallop.
That was Gnar W.
That was W.
That was Gnar W for the stun in
He
Mega.
threw the wallop and absolutely borked it. Unfortunately, and so easy's gonna give some money to a very behind Renekton.
Yeah, but again, it's another one of those where like, do you get enough of the cross map to make
Wait,
it
hold
worthwhile?
on. There's a big cyclone coming through, and Durizen is
Wow.
going to float finally for the first time in a little minutes. Actually, I forgot.
It's a
he's been
very
dying
large
lot
commit for
in
just
game.
3 players.
As they will get 2 shutdowns there as well. They
That's like
still-
for how
they have
far
their
up we
two-
are there. I'm
they have their
surprised.
2.
Sorry, I'm cutting you off. I'm like a
No,
little bit
it's fair.
shocked about that one. There, it's like okay, so Gnar dies on top, but that's a solo
Gnar.
bolo. That like the rest of the map is still 4v4. To commit 3 players that far forwards when the enemy team can send all 4, sure, they're down a bit of gold right now, but there's no reason to just give them the fight as simply as they did. The Sivir, not even close, it's just pushing out mid, and no one there responding to mid means they almost have to be playing on the bot side there because there's nothing to play for elsewhere on the map. You give them the fight that they want, and they take it with open arms, and now their gold is not as bad as it once was. The Jex bounty's now fallen off, right? The Wukong gets himself that little bit stronger. A nice big shutdown for him, and J-Feather as well, getting the other shutdown. Not enough for him to hit an item spike, but it just puts the Conduit in a slightly weaker state than they needed to be. It gives Spire a little bit more than they needed to have right now, and it's a fight that was just unnecessary from Conduit.
Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles at this elo, it seems. We've seen this before. We'll continue to see it until the end of time. It is a 3-item Ziggs. Like, that is a very fed Ziggs.
Did you buy a whole item? I looked down
Ooh.
at his inventory and Seraphs and a Ludens.
I don't
Where
think
did
it
you
was
get
a
Shadow
whole.
King from?
I don't think it was a whole item. It might have been a whole item, actually. Why are we sitting on this gold is the better question, then. No way, he died, like... Durizen died relatively recently. There's no chance, right? That was a whole item purchase?
I don't know. I would
That'd be
have to
pretty
go back
hype.
and find out.
That'd be so
Uh,
hype if it was,
hold on.
though.
I'm gonna see if I can go back and find out. I'm very confused. He had an easy dodge rod.
Okay,
That's on
he
me.
did have the rod. Okay, so it's not as crazy as it possibly could have been. Did they remove the unkillable control ward spot in Baron Pit?
I hope so.
Because I remember for a while, I keep putting wards there. I don't know if it actually is unkillable anymore. Even if you finagled your camera, you couldn't get it around Baron's hitbox or click box. So you would always, whenever you went to click on the ward, you would click on the Baron and attack it instead.
There are some definite like annoying things, especially from red side, as that's a blast cone.
That was an oopsies. If there was a third member there, that definitely is a dead Lilia.
Yeah, but I think that could have gone the other way around as well, right? If the blast cone's better for Conduit, a massive engage angle can be found in the jungle on the Chemtech Rift, just slightly rushed, I feel.
That's 2 sleepy boys. Well, they've realized they were kind of getting collapsed on and had to pull the trigger, and I guess Nation just kind of got stuck on the wrong side. That just happens with blast cones. Like, your teammates are looking for an angle, and they're just, oh crap, we have to pull the trigger now, because we're going to get caught if we don't. Sorry that you ended up in the middle of the enemy team situation.
Still able to get out, though. Didn't have to burn flash, didn't have a flash to burn, so...
Didn't have a flash to burn, so didn't matter anyways.
Didn't matter at all, as I have just given a quick little stat check of this Grasp Ezreal. Mollywots might be dying to ruin my point. Please don't die right now. Trying to talk this one through. I want you to guess how much health Jfeather has gained from Grasp this game. It very much 2 health per stack.
I don't even know the calculation, honestly. Ezreal has such a low health bar, and he's not building any actual AP, really. So, or HP.
Health per stack.
Per stack?
He gets 2 health per stack of Grasp. How much health has he got?
Oh my god, that means he has like, what? I'm gonna assume he has like, we are 24, I think, recently. So I'm gonna go with a nice 50 HP.
He has gained 50 HP from Grasp stacks this game.
50. He's gained 1 Grasp stack since I last thought about it. That's awesome.
He has gained 50 health, and he's done 290 damage with his Grasp.
Because I was thinking about it, I'm like,
the damage what is the point?
The damage is a percentage of your max HP plus the base.
I look at everyone else's runes right now, and it's not even close. So he's got 2.2k healing from Fleet.
Yeah. Pineapple.
And he's going to need a lot more of it.
Sticking on him right now. Does he have the slice and the dice? He does not, it seems. So both of them going to be able to walk away, but only one of them burned their flash, and only one of them has to lose the dragon.
Lose a lot more than dragon as well. The bot side jungle freely invaded for, I mean,
once
the past
again,
10 minutes or so.
Once again, freely invaded. It happens every time.
It's going to be even more to go as well, right? That was just the blue buff. The wolves just respawned. Let's make a play on the Orianna in the meantime.
Flash out.
Waiting on the rest of them. That's optimistic.
Could have threw it where they were flashing, so it's kind of a you have to go in situation, but whatever. Shockwave only connects onto concrete. Good spell shield there. As Jay is shifting over the wall, Jay is dead.
Uh-oh.
Very dead.
Oh.
Is alive. Huge wish coming through, actually, his Nation in the middle of everyone. He's gonna go golden as they sacrifice Witch. As maybe
this is 45.
He keeps going. No, it's not even gonna matter. They're just gonna get a double for the Risen, triple for the Risen. 4v5. They're pulling out triple kills for the Ziggs. As so easy, just like not even a care in the world split pushes.
I mean, I guess the game is so easy when you don't even have to be there and your team just kind of wins.
When your team wins the game for you to an extent, what is even the point?
He did his job of putting the Rex behind, and the rest of his team happy to finish things off. Now, has to be very careful on the bot side here. Rang, no flash, of course, no shockwave. Nation wants to make the play work, but it looks like Chrome Alone wants a base of their own. Going to take themselves back out. It has a Maul's Reminder, so understandable why he didn't want to overextend on that one. Already got mid in here. Can return to the Baron if they do so desire. Drake in 3 minutes. A little bit of an afterthought right now for the Soul. So just take your bases. You have mid push guaranteed, and slowly work your way up towards that work.
I am befuddled still to an extent. But it's working. I mean, they just kind of keep finding these situations where they can win on repeat now. Sobeys is a little too fed to lose. I don't know. It's also a bit of the Spire taking some funny fights where they really shouldn't.
I feel like that's been the thing for this whole series. I don't know if it's like the changing junglers, but...
Okay, we borked that one. Louise is going to keep going forwards, but that was a free kill that just did not... The communication was not there.
It was not. But I wonder if the communication from the other side of things may be a little bit impacted by the fact that Telephobia is not playing today for the Spire, because they look like a completely different team. Oh my god, that Ziggs bomb.
I know I said earlier, I believe which did fill in for some game wins and some series wins last season. I don't remember if they were starting or not, but still was a completely different lineup. I don't think they've played with any of these players.
And it makes sense that you don't have the chemistry when you're playing with completely new players, right? This is like, especially with like jungler, compared to other roles, like you can interchange top laners, you can interchange mid laners, support and bot, as long as they have chemistry between themselves, they can kind of go around. But the jungler is always interacting with all of your lanes. And sure, like, Witch Hat has got himself strong this game, but the rest of his team has really struggled, and he's going to go again.
Nation shut
He's
down.
over the shutdown.
But is it going to be enough? Molly already so low. Look at the damage. Riz is going to find the kill with the point blank. It was more of a layup than a three-pointers. Pi teleports into the middle of everybody and is going to be gifted a death for their troubles. Nice double shockwave, but it's too little, too late from Vrang. Jay getting absolutely chased down. Who's the better AD carry? It's the tiny Yordle in the top lane. It's an ace at 31.5 minutes, and it's going to be a win for Conduit at 31.5 minutes to move up to 3-1 on the season.
I mean, that's an impressive victory for them. That is a huge, huge game, a huge scalp to be claiming at this phase of BOL Premier. We're halfway through the season now. Keep stacking wins like this, especially against a team that was unbeaten coming in today. That's how you really pressure to get in towards the top two. That's how you really pressure everyone else around you to make sure that you are the team who is on the tip of everyone's tongues.
And at the same exact time, pretty much, I think, yeah, about 10, 20 minutes ago, Elysium wrapped up their rescheduled series against Dorado, so it's going to be 4-0 Elysium to start the season. And I believe the math is mathing. They have punched their ticket into the playoffs already.
I would not be shocked if that
winning
were true.
half of the it's 7 games, so like winning I don't know 4 over 7 off the top of my head. It's
57%.
It's more than 50.
50,
57.
58,
Why do you know this?
7. I maths, don't worry about it. Carry on.
It is. I don't know 7 into 10, unfortunately, evenly. Off the top of my head.
14.2.
You're Sorry, this is really funny that you actually know this. Wow.
Okay, so sometimes you just have things memorized.
Sometimes you do. But with a much more than positive 50 on the season already guaranteed, they have secured playoffs. I don't know. Technically, like, we could say the Spire and Conduit probably have mathematically put themselves in top 6, but I'm not going to be the one to say it because I don't want to curse them.
Yeah, well, I think now, Conduit especially, like this was a massive game. Finding the Spire, who had been unbeaten to this point, as we were saying before, finding them on a week where they don't have their normal jungler in may have been an absolute blessing for Conduit, because I think that probably had a lot bigger of an impact than we were able to just see from watching those games today. The Spire, their drafting looked a little bit out of sorts. The game plan as well, when we got in there, just wasn't quite as cohesive as we're used to seeing from this unit, and that's what they have been. They have been a unit. Today, it felt like they were individuals.
Ooh, that's a good way to put it. I like that one. I don't think I can one-up that, honestly.
Sorry.
No, that's absolutely, like, when you sometimes you hit it and you just kind of, like, you just get it really right. And Conduit got it real right today. They were definitely a unit. They continue to, like, when they're on, they look like one of the best teams in the league by a mile. It's just a matter of staying on at this point, honestly, more than anything else for them.
Yeah, and it does set up some future matchups very spicily for the rest of the season now as well.
I think they still have Elysium on their palette too.
I'm trying to check. I think they do. I don't remember them having played.
They have Elysium down the road.
I mean, we've got Spire Elysium next week. That's going to be fun.
That's going to be a fun game. I don't know. Given this
week,
it might not
the week
be.
After.
I'm scared that this week it might not be.
If they're normal jungler back, they can still say they're unbeaten when they have their proper roster.
That's true. Oh, that's the real reason they're going to try and beat Elysium. When we have our regular jungle in, we're still unbeaten.
Yeah, I mean, I think heading into week 6, going to be very interesting as well. Conduit up against Elysium in was potentially a decider for who gets the #1 seed at that point in the split. It might be Conduit must win to get into top 2. It's gonna be like that level of discussions, but
it's gonna be real hard. Elysium are 8-1 on the season.
They are insane. The final boss, the more I've seen Elysium do things like what they did today, the more respect I have for final boss and the fact they managed to like push them to the absolute
To a
limit.
third game.
It wasn't just
crazy to say
the
that.
first game took 50 minutes.
I mean, they pushed them to by far the longest series they've played, the longest games they've played. They are a. Oof,
That
they are a
first game lasted longer than one of their series.
They're sub 1 hour usually, so yeah, that's all you need to know about how good this team is.
Mm-hmm.
Conduit, I mean, if they play like this, yeah, they're looking like they're gonna contend in 2 weeks when they face off against Elysium. I hope that's reversed. That would require Elysium to drop games, but you never know.
But if Conduit just win out from here, they should be fine, right? Because they have tiebreaker over Elysium.
They would need to just have better game score. That's really it.
Yeah, they might have a little bit of struggle there because they have Cornell. But I mean, if they 2-0 them, definitely in
If they
talking
2-0
points.
them, I think they're tied on game score, if my math is correct. That would also require them to 2-0 every team they play for the rest of the season, of course.
I'd have to check on the
Possible.
tiebreakers, but I feel like whatever's happening.
Possible.
Very interesting times ahead of us here on BOL, but I believe that is all we have for today. Just the single BO3 as we talked about before, because of the
But-
rescheduling of the other game. But there's loads more tomorrow.
And there's actually more tonight. I believe tonight, Loki.
got
Can you
draft.
confirm this? Draft League
We have draft.
finals.
point.
I need to check. I believe it is the Scooter Shooters and the Skeletons, no? For the Draft League title. So that'll be on BOL1 shortly after we wrap up this stream. So, I mean, I would say don't go anywhere, but it's technically a different stream. So please come back to see.
Stick around for a
who
bit, but like
wins.
go somewhere, then come back.
Go somewhere but come back, you know. It's like we'll be back after these messages situation, so you could see whether the Skeletons or the Scooter Shooters will take the Draft League crown. That is it from us in the Premier League, at least. There is still, of course, 2 games tomorrow. No reschedules that I have heard of, at least. So we
Not
will
yet.
see you for the full slate of best of 3s tomorrow. I've been BoxKimG. This has been Rue. We will see you in a week. Have a good night.